This video is brought to you by Mubi, a curated streaming service showing exceptional films from around the globe. Get a whole month free at mubi.com/Anupama. Choked applies to many things in this film. A pipe, a marriage, a woman's voice, her life, a society, a country. Anurag Kashyap rolls political critique into a suspense drama about a middle-class woman who discovers that a pipe in her kitchen is spewing cash. It's exactly the miracle her cash-strapped family needs, but then Prime Minister Modi announces demonetization and everything goes haywire. Choked is about the intersection of the personal and the political, where the film and its makers stand on the PM and on demonetization is made clear from the start. In an early scene, Sushant and Sarita, a once-loving couple whose marriage is soaring in front of our eyes, are watching television. We don't see what they're seeing, but we can hear someone extolling the virtues of eating mushrooms because that is the secret of the PM's vitality and good health. The anchor says, "Mushroom khao, Modi ban jao." With a few lines, Anurag and his writer Nihit Bhave establish the PM's cult of personality and his appeal to his core audience, the middle class. So, Sushant, like other residents in the building, believes that demonetization will cleanse the country of black money. But Sarita has no time to consider these possibilities because she's an exhausted and harassed bank employee. Post-demonetization, the bank is overrun by people trying to exchange notes. When an elderly lady begs Sarita to give her more money, she replies with a blank expression, "बैंक में पैसे मिलते हैं, sympathy नहीं मिलती." उनके हाथ जोड़िए जिनको वोट दिया था. It's a precise skewing of the current government. The film renders effectively the oppressive routine and the ordinariness of Sushant and Sarita's lives. He's a musician who's too lazy to hold down a job, but that doesn't stop him from demanding better service from his hardworking wife who supports them both. When he says to her, "Hafte mein teesri baar aloo khila rahi ho," you want to lean into that frame and slap him. She robotically works, cooks, cleans, and remembers with remorse a more glamorous life that she left behind. She was once a leading contestant on a reality show. Those scenes, colorful and brightly lit, are in stark contrast to her drab existence now. Sarita is a woman haunted by failure. Her dreams are so contained that even when she has wads of cash, she doesn't rush out to buy clothes or jewelry. Instead, she splurges on household items like curtains and cushion covers. Choked is strongest when Anurag is dealing with emotions and relationships like the fraying bond between husband and wife, their connections with the neighbors who are their support system but are also noisy, gossipy and hypocritical. Amrita Subhash is exactly right as Sharvari Tai, who somehow manages to be both compassionate and opportunistic. DOP Sylvester Fonseca's roving camera establishes the limited spaces that the drama unravels in. We mostly move between the building and the bank. There is that typically Mumbai sense of claustrophobia, so when Sushant and Sarita fight, they must do it with their son sleeping between them. But the suspense in the film is not as sharply written. The idea of pipes throwing up cash is instantly intriguing. Choked begins with a delectable title sequence in which money is unpacked and repacked for storage, but the film doesn't deliver on the promise of this. The weakest link is a goon who complicates the plot further, and the climactic action which just feels forced, almost as if Anurag and Nihit were just in a hurry to wrap things up. There are several sequences in which Karsh Kale's jaunty background score is drumming up an urgency that the screenplay just doesn't have. Essentially, Choked is Anurag in minor key. There are sporadic moments of flashiness, but mostly the storytelling, like Sarita, is subdued. There's little of that raw, visceral energy that we connect with this filmmaker. But as usual, he elicits solid performances from his actors. Saiyami Kher captures every nuance of the beleaguered Sarita. She's terrific in a scene in which Sarita finally breaks down. Roshan Mathew, you might remember his wonderful performance in Muthon, has less to play with, but he enables us to see the vulnerability and weakness under Sushant's belligerence. The tagline of the film is "Paisa bolta hai." But what does money say? It's telling that Sarita has to step into this dirty black water to get those wads of cash. This is literally black money. And no good ever comes of hoarding that. Now to tell you a bit more about Mubi. It's a film streaming service that premieres a new film every day on each channel, showcasing the best of Indian cinema on their Mubi India channel and classic international hits on Mubi World. This week, I recommend that you check out Gaman by Muzaffar Ali. It's streaming now on Mubi India.